No money, no parents, no one to hold me. Just hands pushing me left then right. Screams bouncing off empty walls, cold air filling the spaces where love should have been. Every day a lesson in survival, every night a lesson in hiding. I learned early that the world doesn't care, and if it did, it cared in ways that hurt worse than silence. Every scar tells a story I was never allowed to tell. Every bruise, every mark, every moment I was stolen from. Everybody I was forced to surrender to. Not by choice, but by the shadows of men who were supposed to protect. Or maybe just human filth, walking the same earth I walked. I was small, I was quiet, I was a target, I was pain. I became expert at pretending I was nothing, while everything inside me was screaming. I hated my body, I hated my hands, my eyes. The way my reflection stared back at me, like it knew the secrets I couldn't speak. I hated the world, the way it let them do it. But most of all, I hated the part of me that still wanted to be loved, that still whispered, maybe if I were better, maybe if I smiled, maybe if I stayed quiet, maybe if I cried less. I hated that part, and yet it survived. I became dirt, I became dust, I became the things I tried to throw away. But in that dirt I learned something powerful. Dirt holds roots, dirt feeds fire, dirt is the thing that remembers. I rose from it, not clean, not perfect, not polished, but alive. Bruised, battered, and beautiful in a way they'll never understand. Upper class trash in a mobile home, but I graduated pain and persistence. I walked halls where no one looked twice, smiled when they sneered, learned to hold my head high when they whispered my worth like it was a joke. I became everything they doubted I could be, and more than they ever imagined. I walked through towns full of nothing but eyes. Eyes that watched me as if I were a cautionary tale. Eyes that tried to dig through me. Eyes that tried to count my scars. Eyes that tried to label my life a failure. But what they didn't know was I had already survived every hell they could imagine. I had lived through every fire they thought would burn me out. I had carried every weight, every chain, every lie, and I was still walking. I became my own army, my own fire, my own vengeance. Not for them, not to prove them wrong, but because I owed it to myself. Because I knew I was more than the sum of the cruelty, more than the nights I cried alone, more than the fist that hit me, more than the knife.